Welcome, everybody, to the second annual Sales Development Conference. Give it up. I want to thank everybody for making it out. My name is David Dulany. I run the conference. I'm really happy to have everybody here. I know that a lot of you guys came from a long distance away, and you made the time to come out here, and I hope that you get a ton of new ideas, practical ideas that you can take back and immediately implement. I'm going to be joined by Ashley Early. Let's give it up for Ashley right there. With Vendition. Ashley's going to help me to MC and pass the baton. We've got two tracks this year, the strategic track and the tactical track. So everyone's going to be in the same room here until the first break, and then you can decide if you want to stay in with the strategic track or head over to the tactical track. One other quick piece of gratitude that I have is all the volunteers and all the workers here at the hotel and everybody that worked so hard to put this together for us. They're doing a tremendous job, and I can't thank them enough. So let's give it up for those guys too. So, conference theme. What are we doing here? What I heard a lot when I was setting this up is, hey, are you going to the Tenbound conference? Or, hey, are you going to the SDR conference? And it kind of got to me a little bit because what I really wanted to set this up as is the Sales Development Conference, because it's much broader than just one company or one person that works at the company. It's an entire industry, it's an entire movement that has taken place over the last 5 to 10 years that we are in the center of and a part of. Sales development has rocketed in especially tech companies, but other companies are starting to get hip to it as well, as a key strategic initiative to make sure that you're hitting in order to hit your revenue goals. And so sales development, it's no longer SDRs or one company per se. It's an entire movement, and it's a requirement to have. There's hardly a job posted now or a position opened up at a company for an account executive where you don't also see a sales development rep. It's exploding right now. And there's three things that I'm really excited about, and a lot of the speakers will touch on as we go through the day in both the leadership and the tactical track that I wanted to share with you guys real quick. Number one, we have an ecosystem in sales development, a focused ecosystem that has developed over the last few years. And when we put out this slide a couple months ago, I was inundated with other products and services and boot camps and different people who wanted to get on this thing because there's so much support for what we're doing right now. And I would look at the Brinker slide, or I would look at the sales tools slide and just understand, hey, that doesn't really represent all the things that we have at our fingertips right now as sales development professionals. I'm going to date myself right now, but when I started out in sales development, we had an Excel spreadsheet, a lead list in Salesforce, and a desk phone. That was it. And that wasn't even that long ago. Now, if you look at it, we not only have a tremendous amount of the technology, a lot of the vendors that are out here today, I definitely want you to go by and visit each one to learn about. But we also have specific outsource programs, a whole world of outsource programs that can help us to find key parts of the process that we might be missing. We've got boot camps and schools that are helping new graduates to move into the sales development world. We've got pre-hiring that is specific to sales development that's there to help you. And, consulting, training, video prospecting. I got my boy Aaron here. We got so much at our fingertips now that's totally different than just 5 years ago. We have a landscape, we have an ecosystem, and it's amazing. We have a community. If you're not on any of these groups or don't know about these, if you take one thing from this conference today, get in these things. Some of them are private, some of them are generally available, but we got Modern Sales Pros, an amazing community of support that's there to help you. Peter Kazansky is going to be leading a panel later today. He runs this thing. You post something on there, you get a crowdsourced response from hundreds of people who are trying to help you to accelerate your sales development program. There's 2 awesome Slack groups. There's Sales Stack, and then there's Sales Dev Community. You put an issue out there, you get responses back. You meet people. You can network from the comfort of your own home to become better as a sales development professional. It's amazing, this community support. We, of course, have Sales Hacker pumping out the latest information about how to run a cold call, how to set up your team, how to crunch the numbers. I know a guy that's on the schedule today, Tito Board. He writes these amazing articles on exactly step-by-step about how to do this. And we're releasing right now at Tenbound a way to kind of put the aperture on all this information and make sure that you can hit your goals in a way that's customized to your company through a coaching program. We got more information on that at the booth. 2 more quick things. I think that we have a big future in sales development. I mean, you might think, I'm just going to start in sales development and move on somewhere else. We will see emerging in the next 5 to 10 years. Trust me, the emergence and the rise of the Chief Sales Development Officer. Yeah. That is how important this is. I got a yeah from Lars. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. You're going to be making buckets with this thing, okay? If you're this guy, because you're so critical. The marketing folks and the sales folks should work for you because you're putting it all together. All right, I'm going out on the limb, but hey, it's my conference, so I can say whatever I want. There we go. So who's excited? Who's excited? We deliver the sales appointments. Do you know how hard that is? Do you know? Well, yeah, of course you do. You're in sales development. We deliver the sales appointments. We deliver the pipeline. We make sure that we source the revenue that keeps the company alive. If anybody was at the Unleash conference a couple months ago in San Diego, Manny Medina talked about the product innovation cycle. We're the ones who can help products to innovate because we're bringing in the money. All right? So we have a huge future. The Chief Sales Development Officer, mark my words. The big question I have for you, the big question that I've had for you, now that we have an ecosystem, right? We have a community. We have a conference, okay? We have the ability to make a huge difference in our organizations. And what I'm looking for is who's going to be, Michael Jordan, again, I'm from back in the day, okay? So Michael Jordan was my hero as a kid. Who's going to be the Michael Jordan of sales development? Who is going to take all these resources and apply their talent and skills and abilities to become the first chief sales development officer out there at a huge company? That's what I'm looking for from this group. That's what I'm really excited about over the next 5 years. And for you guys, I am very excited about the agenda that's coming up today. The last quick thing that I didn't mention is we are giving away an Apple Watch. If you go and talk to all the vendors, there's a place to sign in the book, and you can drop it at the Tenbound booth, get your Apple Watch, and we'll present that at the end of the day at the Beast Awards. So thank you guys very much for coming. And first up, we've got a great speaker on the leadership track, Mr. Where is he? Brian from Outbound Works. Come on up, Brian.